Well, hello, and good evening, good day to you. Today, in the midst of the COVID pandemic's global reach, we debut our very first episode of Some Immigration Good News. We have many guests tonight, and I look forward to you joining us for the entire episode. Here at Sign, we believe that immigration is what makes the United States so great. And while you don't have to take our word for it, you will have to endure our low journalistic standards and production while we prove our point. So let's get to it. Let's start with the Big Apple. New York is one of the most iconic cities in the United States for immigration. It's where countless immigrants pass through Ellis Island and where the Statue of Liberty stands even today, welcoming the huddled masses, even while the administration tries to keep them at the other side of all of our borders. New York City, it's where COVID has hit possibly the hardest in the United States. But here's some immigration good news that will warm your heart and wet the corner of even the most wrinkled MAGA eye. Stay tuned.
Yo trabajo en el hospital por 5 años, trabajo en el departamento de EBS, de housekeeper. Originalmente mi sección es de pediatría y personas de edad avanzada, pero el hospital prácticamente se está convirtiendo en pacientes solamente de COVID, porque Westchester es uno de los condados más afectados en Nueva York. Y el hospital está capacitado para albergar a todos aquellos pacientes que necesitan, ¿no? Yo pienso que es natural que todos tengamos miedo. Es lo natural, ¿no? En mi caso particular, yo siento que es una obligación moral que tengo con Nueva York. Es lo que tengo que hacer, como una retribución a todo lo que Nueva York dio a mi familia y a mí. Es el granito de arena que con todo mi amor estoy poniendo en este momento. Yo tengo miedo de enfermar. Por supuesto que tengo miedo. Y probablemente las enfermeras, todos tengamos con el mismo miedo. Pero hay que tener empatía y pensar, ellos necesitan que se les mantenga limpios, que se les mantenga atendidos, que se los mantenga cuidados. Y ese es el trabajo que se está haciendo, empatía. Yo me siento orgullosa de ser parte de Nueva York. Mi espíritu es neoyorquino. Me siento así y quiero abrazar con el alma y decirles, yo estoy aquí y vamos a salir adelante. Solamente al pueblo americano que tenemos que estar juntos. Y por favor, provéanle de lo necesario al que conduce el tren, al que conduce el autobús, al que te entienda en un supermercado. A todos ellos necesitamos volver a salvo a nuestras casas. Y si tú tienes el privilegio de estar en casa, quédate en casa.
It doesn't get better than that. So we know that when schools are closed, we know that more than 300 million children around the world go without what would have been possibly their only meal of the day.
Those guys are looking ominous out there.
Yeah, Tony, we'll just start right now because this stuff is developing right on top of us, particularly Monmouth County right now, Rockland County, Westchester County.
Well, isn't that just lovely? Someone who doesn't speak English taking care of all of us amazing Americans, because she too is an American and loves our country just like we love her here at Sign and all across the United States. Thank you so much. Now, we know that when schools are closed, more than 300 million children go without what would have been their only meal of that day. In India alone, for example, nearly 100 million children receive only one free meal a day through their school. The problem persists in the US too, and it's not just limited to school children. Entire families are now going hungry because their mommies and daddies, and their mommies and mommies and their daddies and daddies are not able to go to work to get income to then, of course, buy food for their children and for their family. But here's some more immigration good news for you. Thanks to Spanish chef Jose Andres, founder of World Central Kitchen. 100,000 delicious meals were donated all across Boston this past Wednesday. This immigration good news keeps families from going hungry during the COVID pandemic and gives each of us something really amazing to aspire toward. In fact, one of my own Facebook friends recently felt the desire to be generous, and I'm going to share with you now the screenshot that I did not request in advance for her permission. So I'm blacking out everything that would have identified her as the poster, since this is our high journalistic standards of getting permission from people who we want to report on. And she says here basically that, I know that I feel like it's a waste of tax dollars for those of us who don't need things to get this money. So I'm donating it to the people who do need it. And they are the hard workers at my nail salon who I go to every couple of weeks. And I have realized that they are not only hardworking Americans who do pay their taxes, they also support people not only in their community, but in their home countries. And so she, a military spouse and friend who I was stationed with in Korea and who has lived all over this world, she has donated her COVID stimulus check to make sure that our immigrant friends and American cohorts are able to be taken care of. That's pretty awesome. Thanks, friend. You know who you are. And I'm sure pretty much everybody else who's my Facebook friend does too. So this giving, it seems, can be quite contagious, if you will. Let's hear more about giving the good stuff from our news correspondent, Ryan Walsh. Ryan, you're on the air.
Hi, I'm Ryan. Today I have a report for you from immigration. Some immigration good news. Here's how it began. As many of you know, shortages and test kits and medical supplies have been reported in many U.S. states. This makes it hard for people to feel safe doing basic things, like going to the grocery store, for example, or maybe going to the pharmacy to get medicine. But the cool thing is, our Chinese Jack Ma, who's Asia's richest man, had shipped 5,000 coronavirus test kits to the U.S. and donated 1 million masks to his friends in America. Here's a picture of his tweet. The first shipment of masks and coronavirus test kits to the U.S. taken off the Shanghai. All the best to our friends in America. That's really awesome. Thanks, Jack. Back to you, Hillary. Adios!
Great work, Ryan. Thanks so much for that. Let's see if I can get me back on the screen. There we go. Ryan, great work. And I think that we should get back on to some more of that contagious giving. What do you say?
Go ahead.
Thanks. Why don't we get on here with our good friend, Santiago. Do you remember him? He came to our house?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're going to get him on here in just a moment.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Some Immigration Good News with your hosts, Hillary and Ryan.
Hi. How are you guys?
Great, how are you?
I'm good.
How's your
Sweet tea. It's delicious. Nobody makes a better sweet tea, I swear. Till this day, I've tried.
Part of being amazing in America, am I right?
Yeah. So, nothing like American McDonald's sweet tea.
You're advertising for them. I love it.
Anyway. Damn, that's free promotion. No thanks.
Exactly. Ryan, you remember where you met Santiago?
No.
You don't remember where you saw him last?
No.
Was it in our house?
I believe so.
I believe so. I mean, it's a leading question, isn't it? Santi, last time we saw you, it was at my house because you had been taken into immigration custody for, I want to make sure that I'm not pinned on this. Yeah, we're good. It was right after you had been taken into immigration custody and you had been detained for about 6 months, even though you hadn't committed any crimes.
That is very true.
So you were here in, I think I lost your video. Yeah. You were here in Arizona, and that's how I met you, because your mom, who is a breast cancer survivor, called me from Connecticut, and I don't even remember exactly how she found me, but she called and said, "You've got to help my kid."
Yeah, she found you on a Facebook page, and you were recommended to her by a former immigration judge in the state of Texas.
Which I don't even really know. I don't know how that happened.
It was a good recommendation. Look where we are.
That's amazing. And so then the last time we saw you was when we were able to spring
August 9th of 2019.
I love it. And so what have you been up to since then, particularly now that we're all in lockdown? I'm curious to see how you've been doing.
And yeah, pretty much just hanging out. We paint a lot because that's keeps people sane, I guess. That's what they say. And then we pretty much just hang out. I don't like. It's like, although the downside of this entire craziness is obviously there's a lot of people out of work. Like there's a health crisis going on, but like, you know, for people that don't get to like be home a lot. It's pretty nice. I mean, it's not, and like the reason isn't very nice, but at least we get to like be together, you know. She's not working, I'm not working a lot, so I don't know. It's definitely nice to be like enjoying people's company that you don't get to normally do.
Yeah, it makes us all slow down a little bit. How's your mom doing? I mean,
my mom's doing good. She's staying home.
Yeah.
She's very much staying home because as a breast cancer, I don't think you can technically say survivor until it's been more than 5 years after remission. I think I don't think it's survivor. I don't think the term is survivor, but it doesn't matter. And she's staying inside. She is immunocompromised, so she basically doesn't go anywhere. And she's doing well health-wise. I don't know about mentally right now, but you know, everybody's on the same boat in that sense. But I definitely think she's staying healthy, doing what she can.
Absolutely.
There's not much we can do.
So I know that while you were detained, we talked a lot about you writing your book.
Yes.
Where are you at?
I'm still on the first chapter.
Your creation, the craziness that is immigration law in the United States.
Funny you say that.
Yeah.
I actually just signed up for this thing called Californians for All, which is the governor of California released this thing, and it's called Californians for All. It might be California for All, but I think it's Californians for All, and it's mind you, I'm from Connecticut, but I'm trying to fit in. Well, I'm from Uruguay, if we really want to get technical, but I grew up in Connecticut. But I did this thing, and I guess it's a volunteer program that they just released for like people to like sign up, and basically they'd like pair you up with someone who needs help doing something. And when you sign up for it, it tells you like what are a list. There's like options that you could pick, like whether you're qualified to like translate, or you're qualified to, clearly I'm inclined to that, whether you're qualified to translate, or you can like lift up to 40 pounds or whatever the case is. Because like a lot of people need help. There's like, you know, there's like elderly people who like can't go to the store. They're scared of going to the store because people are careless. But you know, we're trying.
Thank you for signing up for that. Yeah, I mean,
I wanted to. I'm so bored. I want to do something. I want to go see people. I want to be a part of the solution. A lot of people are contributing to the problem. Like, people are rallying, protesting a pandemic. Like, that's ridiculous. So I would like to be a part of, you know, people, a contribution to the society that I am gladly and very much so proudly and grateful to be a part of.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, well, I look forward to seeing you back in my house again Sunday soon, and
I'll be there.
Or I'll come to you in California, because clearly you have a pool that you can lay by.
Yeah, I do have a pool. It's really nice.
Well, we love you, and we're so grateful for.
Love you guys. Thank you. Bye, Ryan. Bye, Ellie.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye, guys.
Good news. Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, we're so grateful. We'll go back to newscaster. We're so grateful that you were able to join us for our very first episode of Some Immigration Good News. We know that not all the news is good, and we know that not everybody is good, but we can be very happy to know that the United States is made up of all of us are immigrants, unless you are Native American, because you are Native. We are all immigrants. We are all in this together. And we wish you some wonderful, amazing evenings. Do you remember him, Rye? He came
Yeah.
back.